June 26, 1988. The Airbus, a 320 in Air France's fleet, is at Basel Mulhouse Airport, waiting to make its first commercial flight. The A320 aircraft with number AF296 arrived at Habsheim Airport, only less than 20 kilometers away. The captain is Mr. Michel Asseline, 44 years old. He was an Air France pilot for almost 20 years. He had 10,463 hours of flying experience. The co-pilot is Mr. Pierre Mazière, 45 years old. He has been with Air France since 1969. He has been a flight instructor for 6 years and spent 3 months flying with Airbus A320. Because this is the first flight of this plane, so it was carefully prepared. The passengers on the flight want to visit and try the service on the A320 because this is a very new aircraft at this time. 14:27 p.m. The passengers began to board the plane. 6 minutes later, ATC for AF296 pushback from parking 22. Two CFM 56 engines started to be started. On AF296, there are 136 people in all, including 130 passengers and 6 crew members. Among these passengers, mainly reporters and journalists of major TV stations, and there are a few more children on this flight. 14:36 p.m. The plane was ordered to taxi to the runway for departure. Mr. Michel Asseline, captain, will be in charge of the entire flight. This aircraft is one of the first A320 in the world. It has the registration number FGFKC and just delivered to Air France 3 days ago. The captain is a person with a lot of flying experience. He has flight certificates of many other aircraft such as B707, B727, A300, A310. This flight is expected to last only a few minutes. Let the passengers discover and experience this state-of-the-art aircraft. The A320 had the most intelligent computer system at that time and has the most advanced fly-by-wire autopilot system. And if the pilot executes commands that affect flight safety, the computer disables them. 14:40 p.m. The plane was waiting for orders to take off. The plane began to gain momentum in the excitement of the passengers.
Rotate.
The plane took off normally, to the applause of the passengers.
Gear up.
When the plane arrives at Habsheim Airport, the captain will have a small performance to serve the passengers. He will glide the plane at the lowest possible altitude, which is 100 feet, to show off for the A320, then go around to land. 3 minutes later, at Habsheim Airport there is an extremely exciting amateur plane show and gathered hundreds of people here. This show takes place mainly with small family planes, but it makes them very happy. In addition, they also received news that A320 will perform, so the excitement was multiplied many times. AF296 crew is expected to land on runway 02. Habsheim Airport is a small airport, so the pilot had to get close enough to see the runway. They were forced to quickly lower altitude and speed to approach the runway. A quick descent can make the aircraft system unstable.
Sink rate, pull up. Sink rate.
At this moment, the captain heard some unpleasant news from ATC. ATC.
Do you want to approach Daiichi Grass Runway 34? The audience gathered there.
This caused the captain to make a sharp turn from 20 degrees to 340 degrees to approach the runway. The plane seems to be a bit unstable, but it's not a big deal. The plane continued its show. The captain will fly at low speed. Altitude is 100 feet, with the nose of the plane facing the highest to perform.
Speed, speed, speed.
Co-pilot.
Go around when it's over.
Pilot. Don't worry, I've been doing it for 20 years. The co-pilot turns off the automatic propulsion system so that the engine does not increase power when the aircraft glides smoothly on the runway. Hundreds of cheering spectators caught the attention of the crew and passengers. The plane descends to 30 feet and the worst has come. The pilot and co-pilot detected the immediate danger, but it was all too late.
Terrain. Too
Co-pilot,
low.
go
Terrain.
around,
Too
go
low.
around.
Gear. Too low. Terrain. Too...
The plane burst into flames, but passengers still had enough time to leave the wreckage. There were 3 people killed. Among them, 2 people could not open their seatbelts, and 1 person stayed to save them. When the captain tries to raise the nose of the plane, increase power to fly high. The aircraft did not execute the command. Several A320 understood that. If the nose is raised at a low speed, it will cause the aircraft to stall, and the loss of speed will endanger the flight. The final cause is pilot error. The 2 pilots and 2 others who invested in the show have been charged with manslaughter. Imprisonment for 6 months. The captain himself countered, blaming the aircraft entirely, so he was jailed for 10 months.